God, I hope I got it right on the custom stream, because if we don't, that'll be horrible. Oh,
Spinning
good.
wheel
It,
tonight.
it is coming up. I love it when it comes up there. We got 11 viewers. We got a lot of people in the super chat. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and say hi to everybody in the super chat. We got John Wayne, Scuba Steve, Bill H. What's up, Bill H? Jim from Care PPG, or actually carepp.com. He's our official sponsor. John Wayne's in the house. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. And we got Travis DuPont. What is it?
DuPont.
DuPont. Okay, sorry, Travis. Travis DuPont, Scuba Steve again, John Wayne, Scott Miller, Eric Von Eric. Matter of fact, Eric is one of my students, and he has been doing amazing. It's only just a matter of time before he is up in the air. Good to see you, Eric. Will Fly says hello to everybody in the super chat. Remember, guys, that we are doing some spinning wheel of winning things. So if you want to win something, make sure you say hi in the super chat. Avery Flies just popped up. PPG the other Nick. Joshua Marsh, PPG. Make sure you say hi to Will Fly, because he's going to put you in the spinning wheel of winning things. We're going to say, I guess we're going to spin at the half hour mark, and then on top of the hour once we get there. Shauna Hayden, say hi. Charlie Wall, what's up, guys? Good to see you. And as always, we want to come over here and say hi to my panel. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do this. Thank you so very much. Let's say hi to Joshua Marsh, ppg.com. Welcome, buddy. How you doing? And how is your video card?
I still haven't got it replaced yet.
Oh my goodness. Now, you know, Josh in the background, what he's going to do is he's going to grab videos of our guest and put them on here, so we don't just see talking heads, we get to see them fly and stuff. It's really cool. David, our guest, David Proctor, do you have a YouTube account? Do you have video up there?
Nothing on YouTube. Some 10-year-old dog training stuff. Everything of mine's on my Facebook.
Okay. Okay, Josh, you got that? Okay, good. So Josh is going to be pulling up stuff like that and playing it as we are doing our podcast. Matter of fact, I'm going to record the podcast. Come on, I'm having a horrible time with this. We're going to stream live over on Podbean real quick. That way people that are on Podbean can listen to us live as we are doing this also. So Josh, thank you very much for helping us out in the background. We appreciate you, buddy. What is your .com?
JoshPPG.com.
Is it Josh PPD or is it PPG Josh?
Oh, shoot, I don't know.
I think it's ppgjosh.com. So check out ppgjosh.com. So thank you very much. We also got Scuba Steve. He's going to be helping us out in the background. So thank you very much, buddy. We appreciate you. We also got Jim, our official sponsor. He's up in Canada, his maple syrup smelling money it makes me crave some bacon with some maple syrup and some good pancakes. But anyways, Jim, welcome to the show. Glad that you're here, buddy.
Glad to be here.
You got some really cool stuff going on too. We're uploading pictures for our Paramotor calendar. Tell us about that real quick.
Yeah, we've got a voting site set up. In fact, just like 1 or 2 seconds ago, during your intro, it went live. So if you go to ppgcalendar.com, image voting, there are pictures to vote on.
Awesome. Can we upload pictures now, or the uploading is done and we have to just vote?
Uploading is done.
Okay, so uploading's done. Make sure you go to PPG calendars. Is it calendars with an S or calendar singular?
Singular.
Okay, ppgcalendar.com, and vote on all the awesome pictures that are uploaded, and then he's going to be making some calendars for us. And do you have a pre-buying the calendars, or how does that work as far as buying your calendars, Jim?
We haven't quite got that totally finalized, but you can go to paramotorcalendar.com and you can buy them through there.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much. If I want to make some stickers, have some stickers made, or a calendar made, or some decals, which are decals, where do I go to get that? And is there a discount code that we can use?
Yeah, you can go to carepp.com and you can connect to either me personally, or somebody in the office, and we'll help you set up the decals. If you mention ppggrandpa.com or PPG Grandpa, will give you 10% off.
Wow, I like it. Hey, I'm worth 10%, everybody. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate what you do, Jim. And make sure that you hit his QR code, because I think if you use your QR code and you go to your page, you get a little something, something too. So make sure you hit that QR code when you see him pop up. So we appreciate you, Jim, and welcome to the show.
Jim, on the calendar thing for the voting for the calendar, it says the contest has ended. I just thought I'd let you know.
Okay, well, I'll get that fixed right away.
All right. So so contest is ended, and now it's just voting time. But there's no way of voting right now, Scuba Steve. Can you not vote right now,
Oh,
Scuba
You're
Steve?
right. You're right. That's the way it works. The contest is ended, so the voting will be available, but we're still uploading the pictures, so they're not all there.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay. So check back with carepp.com and also go to ppgcalendar.com. Awesome. Thank you so much, Tim. We appreciate you, buddy. We also got Will Fly, the PPG guy. If you want to be on the spinny wheel of winning things, please make sure you say hi to Will Fly, the PPG spinny wheel guy. How you doing, Will?
I'm doing good. Good to be here. Monday night's my favorite. I'm just going through all this cool bling that I got in the mail from PPG Grandpa. These really cool pens. Let's see if you can see it here. Going to be hard to see without, my background on. But yeah, thank you very much, man. It's really neat.
Yeah.
That's
what
the
is it?
first PPG pen that I've gotten ever.
Really? What does it say on your PPG pen?
It says Paramotor, Arkansas. Yep. And Paramotor Pilot, paramotorarkansas.com, Paramotor Pilot. Really like it, man.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You're one of the 2 people that own one right now.
I will use it proudly.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Like I say, guys, if you want to be on the spinning wheel of winning things, make sure that you say something to Will Fly. Also, too, don't forget to go over to his channel because he puts out some really good content. And what's that URL, sir?
It's willflyppg.com or just search for Will Fly on YouTube.
Excellent day. Thank you very much. And of course, we got our Paramom USA, Linda Anderson. You want to be on the show, make sure you get up with Linda. Welcome to the show, Linda.
Thank you. Welcome. Hello, my panel, and welcome my parrot chatters and everybody in the podcast. Thank you all for joining us tonight, Monday night. You know where to be. Grab a comfy chair, your snacks, just enjoy because it's going to be a good one. Welcome, David. Thank you for being our guest tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you, Linda. Appreciate it. And of course, it's not about us. It's not about me. It's not about the panel. Tonight is all about our guest, David Proctor. Welcome to the show, buddy.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Actually, it's happy birthday, right?
Yeah, pretty close. Couple of days ago.
Yes.
Would have been my 1 year since my first flight.
Yeah, so it's a happy birthday, not birth. It's a happy flight birthday. So you've been flying for 1 year. That's awesome. I never thought about actually keeping track of how many years we've been doing this and saying happy birthday on my 1 year and 2 year and 3 year, all that. That sounds really cool. I never thought about doing that, but happy 1 year I've been flying a paramotor. So for all of you guys out there that don't know David, tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get into paramotoring?
I discovered it about 2 years ago, just watching YouTube. I was actually looking for a hang gliding instruction, and a bunch of different videos popped up, and looked at paragliders and then powered paragliders, and then got into the Tucker Gott videos and all that fun stuff, and eventually got to the point where I started looking at training schools and discovered there was one about 4 hours from me. So I went up there to go and look at it, and the day that I went to look at it, I had already bought one in my head. I was ready to go.
Really? So where did you go train, and what wing and motor did you get?
Is a Colorado Paramotor, just a little bit north of Denver. and I ended up on a Gravity Defiant with a Moster 185 and a BGD Magic 29. That's actually from the day that I went to go and look for the first time. And that's my daughter on a tandem flight. I was too heavy to take up on a tandem, but I sent my daughter up to check it out.
Well, you said that you got a 29-meter wing, and you don't look like you're too heavy. So what's that all about?
Yeah, I was 250 pounds at the time, but I'm also at about 7,000 feet in elevation up here, so it's a little bit thinner.
Speaking about thinner, look at your face. Your face looks nice and thin. So you
I lost
look
a
like
lot.
you look like you lost a lot. So how's that? How's that as far as flying that 29-meter? You still
It's
like?
a boat. It's a boat now. But I lost it all kiting back and forth across that sod farm we were just looking at. Took me about 8-9 weeks to work up the nerve to squeeze the throttle all the way down. Hey, there's my first flight.
Oh, first flight. Good
Yep.
deal. I always love to watch first flights. Flights are great. Now, were you nervous? I mean, how'd you feel on your first flight? Walk us through what you felt.
I was an absolute robot on my first flight. My brain shut off. I was Army airborne before this, so I take instruction very well in stressful situations, and that's all I was doing is listening to the voice in my ear and following every direction that he gave me. And I barely remember the first flight. I couldn't talk. My mouth was just welded shut. I was receiving instructions, and I was able to comply and follow those instructions, but I forgot that I was on a two-way radio and that I could talk back. So eventually started asking, hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me? And I kicked my legs, yes. And can you
Awesome.
get into your seat? And I would kick my legs, no, because my seat board was underneath me. And he goes, can you talk? And I go, yes, I can. But it took a minute.
Awesome. So were you not able to get in your seats? Did it take you a minute? Were you
Not
able
on
to
the first one. Not on the first one. I've since figured it out, but on my harness, if I've got those leg straps too tight, the seat just folds up behind you when you launch, and you can't get it undone. You have to land and fix it.
Gotcha. Awesome. Well, that looks like you had a fun flight. So your first flight obviously wasn't very long since you were hanging. Probably had you come around and land right away.
Yeah, I think I did 2 passes. He asked me if I wanted to come down immediately, but I came around and I did 2 passes, and then the third one was the landing.
I see your foot's out in front of you, looking good there.
Yep,
Are you going to go for a landing right now, way over there?
yep, that's the landing. Asked me if I was going to make the field. I told him I have no idea, and I almost went over the field.
Awesome. Look at that. That was great, man.
Did you land on your feet?
Not on that one, no.
No, we can't see, so say yes. If you don't see the big clump of dirt and your feet flailing up in the air, would you just say that you landed on your feet? No, that was really good. That was really good. So you have a second flight also that's on your Facebook available, or?
Oh, I've got all kinds of stuff on the Facebook. That's where I share all of the videos. Mostly just cell phone camera, what I can take in flight. So not a lot of launches and landings,
Okay.
but lots of just the pretty view. And
So do you take your phone out, or is it on a mount, or how do you take flights with your
so
phone when you're flying?
I have a chest pack that it's tethered to. It's made for snowboarding. And I've just got a little tether and a line that goes to that, so I can unzip the pocket, take it out, play with it for a minute, and then put it back in the pocket.
I got a grin from ear to ear looking at you, looking down at your feet. You moved your feet around. You can see your shadow in front of you. It's like, I know that was just absolutely perfect. Just sitting there, looking at your feet, looking at your shadow, looking around. For all
Yeah.
you guys out there that haven't flown yet, flying a paramotor is so incredibly fun. It's relaxing, and you're in a complete different, complete different mindset. When you are not flying, you think about bills, you think about work, you think about this and that and the other. Now, when you're flying, what do you think about?
Flying.
Flying, enjoying. There's nothing in the world that can be possibly wrong in your life when you're flying. Tell us, okay, so we see you with a selfie flying. How do you feel when you're flying? And it looks like it's pretty bright because you got some ski goggles on, it looks like.
Yeah, the ski goggles come out as soon as it starts getting cold. And it gets real cold. But it just depends on the flight. I never go up with a plan. I show up to the field and I launch and I see what the air feels like. And if it's kind of strong, well, I'm flying into the wind. If it's not real strong and it's nice and smooth, I'm going to be foot dragging and playing with tree gaps and maybe playing with a coyote or two occasionally. If it's kind of bumpy, then I'm going to take it up high and I'm going to play with the chicken game with myself, where I hold the throttle until I get scared and then let go, which usually happens right around 3,000 feet or so.
Interesting. I think Jim found a question in the super chat. Jim, what's the question?
Well, they were wondering, it's Bonnie, Silly Bon Franz was wondering if you also trike launch.
No, I've not tried a trike launch yet.
Are you thinking about that in the future?
Maybe in the future. I have some days where maybe my knee bothers me or something, and not having to run would be nice. But I feel like I've gotten technically good enough with my launches at this point and comfortable enough with it that if it's bad, if I've got a sprained ankle, I can still launch my magic.
Okay. And now here's a question. Have you ever gone to a fly-in and wish that you didn't have to carry that wing and your paramotor all the way over to the other side of the field?
I've gotten lucky so far as camping spot, parking spot. Haven't really had to worry about it too much.
So that's a good way of having like a retractor trike or something like that. You can just bolt on one. So like when you do go to a fly-in, it's obviously, yes, you lucked out. A lot of fly-ins, you have to go to the other side, or the wind's wrong, or it shifts or something like that. And that's the time to bolt on your retractor trike and drive over to a spot that isn't full of people. Unbolt it if you want to do the foot launch, go fly, then land next to it, bolt it back on, and drive back over to your spot. So trikes aren't just for old grandpa farts like me or someone with a bad back or knee. It's a strategic thing, I think.
Absolutely. No, the Army had me carrying heavy stuff on my back for long periods for several years, so not a big deal there.
Now, see, Marine Corps, they did the same thing. Unfortunately, now my back is shot. So, I originally got the Mulster 185, but and a Blackhawk 220. But you know what my fave is right now? I'll tell you
What was that?
Adam 80.
Really?
Yeah, Adam 80 on a part to fly, and I'm 250, dude.
I don't think I could work one up here. I don't know. I haven't
Not
tried
at
one.
7,000 feet, probably not. I'm low enough I'm able to do it. Now, what fly-ins did you go to, and what fly-ins do you want to do in the future?
Well, I've gone to Buena Vista, Colorado, because that was 2 or 3 hours from me. So I went and did that. That was fun. That was my first one. Just a little private fly-in, maybe 15 pilots or so. And then I went to Moab a couple of months ago, and that was an absolute blast. That was beautiful. I think I flew 9 hours in 3 days. It was absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, there's some good video from Moab from the ground. But that was gorgeous. I would like to do some sea level stuff, but the ocean is about 14 to 18 hours away from me. So I'm not sure where I need to go exactly for that.
I was gonna ask how good is the wind over there in Moab, but I'm looking at the windsock and going, oh, there's not really any to speak of.
Yeah, and that's a calibrated windsock. That's maybe 2 miles an hour.
That's neat. So for people that don't know a calibrated windsock, what is a calibrated windsock?
Just means that basically when it's it measures it accurately. So when my sock is out at a full 90-degree angle, that's a 10-mile-an-hour wind. 45-degree angle is a 5-mile-an-hour wind, and then anything under that, it's just a division.
Excellent, excellent. Will Fly found another question in the super chat. Will?
Yeah, Bill H wants to know if you fly with the other people, you have a local group, or you just fly solo.
Bit of both. There's about 20 of us within 2 or 3 hours that all fly, some more than others. When I can, I'm out 4 or 5 days a week flying. So a lot of that is by myself, just because other people have normal jobs and can't do that. But I fly with the other pilots around here quite a bit as well.
You've been flying for a year, right?
Yeah.
And have you gotten to the point where you slowed down a little bit, or is it because my first year I flew every single chance I could, so I can.
Yeah,
totally
I haven't slowed down yet. I'm at 150 hours, and I don't know how many flights. At least 300, and I'm not stopping anytime soon.
Good for you, man. Enjoy it.
Absolutely. So here's another video for you guys that are listening to this on your favorite podcasting app. You can always go to clearproptv.com and watch what we are talking about. We have a show live every Monday night at 7 p.m. Central. So make sure you join us by just going to iflyparamotors.com. So what are we seeing right now?
That is the LZ at the Moab fly-in that I'm cruising over right there.
So how many people are usually over here at the fly-in? Doesn't look like there's a bunch.
It wasn't a whole lot. No, it was kind of small, and there were 3 different groups of us, all within a couple of different, maybe within a mile or so. But I think there were maybe 15 of us at that site, 10 at another, 10 at another.
Okay, that looks like a really nice sunset. When you fly, do you try to fly, turn on your strobes and fly 30 minutes after sunset?
I generally launch 30 minutes before sunrise, and then fly until either I'm tired or out of fuel.
Well, so you've done all day flying before.
Not a lot of midday stuff, but morning and then hang out and do the camp goofing around thing during the day, and then fly again in the afternoon, 2 hours before sunset type thing.
Excellent. Will Fly, I think there's another question in the super chat, but before he asks that, how many people do we have watching right now, and how many thumbs up do we have?
We have 12 thumbs up and 25 watching now.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you very much. If you like our guest, please give us some thumbs up. David, you are an amazing guest, and flying for only a year, you're really packing on some hours. I'm sorry, Will, go ahead and ask the question.
Oh yeah, no problem. Sean Hayden, it's kind of a statement and a question, but I think he's asking, do you fly with Chris Montes and Nathan up in Colorado? They're good folks, and he's asking, I guess, if you know those guys.
Okay, I know them. We've chatted on Facebook and stuff. I haven't gotten the opportunity to get up there and fly with them yet. They're about 3 hours north of me.
Cool.
It looks like you're flying in the snow there. How's that? Does it get too cold, or how's that work out for you?
It gets real cold. I wear heated glove liners inside my heated gloves.
Oh,
I've got,
really? What kind? Okay, real quick, what kind do you use? Because I'm up for a new pair. My old pair, the batteries aren't working anymore. What do you use? And do you
I'm
like?
not sure. I come home and I tell my wife my fingers got a little cold on that last flight, and then a couple of days later she gives me a box and goes here. And I don't know what they are, but
Uh,
There's one thing about this is true for any kind of flying, but when you're used to no snow on the ground, the first time you fly and and it's a snow covered situation, everything looks different. It
Yes.
just kind of it can easily throw you off, and you can get disoriented, turned around pretty easily. So there's just one thing to keep in mind.
and that's probably why he's wearing those ski goggles.
Oh yeah, ski goggles or a full face mask and a balaclava. There's no exposed skin at all when I'm flying, and it's like that.
Do you remember your first landing in the snow?
Yeah. My first landing in the snow, I kind of slid in and came in on my butt intentionally, just because I didn't want to slip and turtle or hit real hard. But after the first one, I immediately took off again and did one lap and came back in and nailed the next landing, no problem. But I wasn't sure
How
about
was
the
your-
texture.
How was your perception, your depth perception? Did it change? Did you notice any kind of change when you're coming in for your flare? Any kind of
Not really, no. At that point, I trained in November in Colorado, so I was kind of thrown right into it. I mean, maybe 3 weeks into flying, that's the conditions that I was dealing with. So it came up real quick, and everything was new. So that being new wasn't a problem.
that was old hat for you, old hat to you at that point, I guess.
Well, so I was looking over here in the super chat. I got it on the big monitor so I can see, and it looks like Just Want to Fly posted a link to the heated glove liners. It's a complete set. I see it at $259. So if you want to check that out. Oh, that's an extra small. So I wonder if it changes with going for a large. Nope, still $259. Oh, you can buy it with the firm, only at $45 a month. So as you're flying every year or every month, you can go, okay, there's $45 for this month, $45. Gotta
Pay
add
them off
that in.
finger by finger.
There you go. There you go. So yeah, if you guys have any good gloves that you guys use in the super chat, please let me know. I'm trying to find some good ones that we can put on Paramotor Arkansas on the on our store. There's so many out there, but I don't know which ones are the good ones. I don't know which
Yeah.
ones are the best ones.
Savior is what she's telling me.
What is it?
Savior
Savior? It's so they're
is what she's telling me. They're 100.
They're
So
hard to
that's-
judge because you either get some that they heat good and you want the dexterity too. Most of the heated gloves are so thick
Oh,
you
I
don't
got
have any
no
dexterity.
dexterity. I got no dexterity. I'm wearing heated gloves with the heated glove liners inside them, and both turned on high. So I
really
can't
don't-
feel a damn thing.
You really don't even need it. I mean, I've gone up with mittens with heated stuff on inside the mittens. I just put the brakes over this, and
I've seen those.
Yeah.
I've seen those. I haven't tried that.
I just fly with big mittens, and then when I'm up there, I just stow the brake and I just weight shift. Especially when it gets cold. I hate flying in the cold. The only thing that's cold is my hands. Everything else, I don't care if my face freezes. I don't care if I got no sickles or anything. It's my fingers. It's my hands. Everything else can freeze. I can go up in a bikini, which I'm not. As long as my hands have a good there's one for you. There's one for you. I'll take a picture of me in a bikini with heated gloves. So I'm like, I'm warm. No, I'm just
It would make the calendar for sure.
Oh, that's
No
right. We got the
question about it.
calendar. Yeah.
Centerfold.
We'll have
Hey,
to do it next
Aero
time.
Ninja said that he recommends, and I concur, $69 Sabbath heat gloves. And man, those things are just awesome. As a matter of fact, they get too hot. I have to turn them down.
Sabot, SABOT.
Yeah, Sabbath.
Okay, I've never had any that get too hot. I'm gonna have to check those out. If they get too hot, that's good.
That's what
They
I'm looking
actually
for.
they actually get too hot, and they actually sent me some, and I don't get anything or any kind of compensation, but I said, okay, well, I'll try them, and I was really surprised. I mean, at that price point, you can't beat that.
That sounds really good.
What's up, Eric?
Eric, what?
Eric also says I second the Sabbath gloves.
Oh, gotcha. All
Yeah,
right.
I paid like 90 something for my gloves, so 69 is a way better deal.
I paid 25 for mine. They were the cheapest ones I could find, and they lasted 3 years. But when you're flying, the wind just goes through. So when you're on the ground, it's like, okay, they're sweating. As soon as you start to fly, the wind just takes all the heat away. So do you have any problems with that, David? When you go fly, the wind just takes the heat away, or you still feels warm?
Yeah, every couple of minutes I'll have to take my hands off the toggles and stick
Okay.
them inside my my jacket and warm them up, take them below the heart
Really?
for a minute. And then when I can feel my fingers again, I grab the toggles and go foot drag through the snow.
That's something I haven't done yet. Is foot drag through the snow. Will, on those $69 ones that you said that you got, when you fly, do you feel the heat being taken out, or it feels?
No, not so much. I want to say they're leather. I'm pretty
Mhm.
sure they are. If not, I mean, I haven't had an issue with that. So another thing along those lines, and someone briefly mentioned the dexterity issue. I never launched with gloves on. I just can't do it. And people have said, well, you'll get used to it after a while. That's just not my style, man. I want to be able to feel every little bit of that wing and from those lines. I just put them on. So I put them on in the air. So keep that in mind when you're ordering gloves. If you get the next size up, it makes it a lot easier to put the gloves on.
No,
In the
I
air.
have to put them on
Line.
before I launch. It's
Yeah, in Colorado, I'd imagine it's life or death situation at that point.
yeah, 30 seconds into flying, you get up to 300 feet to put your gloves on. You're not going to be able to feel your fingers.
What's the coldest you've flown?
12 degrees.
Dang, man. Better man than I.
That's cold. I'm not much of a cold person. I think that the coldest I flew was 27, 28 or something like that. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that again. And I tried at
Yeah.
32. It was kind of cold, but about 40, a couple degrees above freezing, I can tolerate with some good gloves. But I need some good gloves. Anybody else out there in the super chat? Or if you're listening to this on your favorite podcasting app after the live show, please email me, ppggrandpa@gmail.com, and let me know what you think would be really good gloves for somebody to stay warm, and I'll search and look for that.
The Sabbath heated gloves are $55.99 right now on Amazon.
Really? 50?
Yeah, they changed, and that's kind of if you want a pair of those gloves, you have to get them when they're available, because when they run out of your size, they stop. They won't make any more until the next season.
Oh, wow.
So
yeah. I got really big hands, and extra large gloves feel tight. I got to get 2 or 3 XL for these hands. You know what they say about big hands, right? You got big feet too. I got big feet. It's crazy. It looks like we got a couple of people that said, I'd pay to see me in the bikini. John Wayne and Wade Collins, you guys are gross. You don't want to see Grandpa in a bikini, but hey, if you're going to pay me, sounds good to me. I will do that.
He said he'd pay not to see you in a bikini.
Oh, which one said? Okay, so Wade says I pay not to see you, and John will pay to see me. Oh, well, there you go. They kind of cancel out. That's pretty cool. We are now at 7:33, so we are going to do a spinning wheel of winning things. So if you would, Mr. Will, if you could say hi to everybody on the spinning wheel, and then go ahead and give her a spin.
You bet. Let me just set that up, and then I can do it all at once. How about that?
Yes, absolutely. So it looks like Scuba Steve posted a link here in the chat.
Yeah, it's a super long link, but that's the link to the gloves.
That is a huge link on Amazon. That's neat. Let me kill half that link and get just the link itself, because you got a referral on it too. So there we go. Let me go ahead and copy that. And I'll put that in the super chat. Is that cool?
Oh yeah, there you go. I didn't know it had. I just clicked on it. I don't know, I had a referral on it. It was from Google, I guess.
Okay, so there is, boom. I just put it in the super chat. All right, so that's all we have is just that. How many people do we have watching?
We've got, let's see, 28 watching now, 23 thumbs up.
Nice. For the people that
Yeah.
haven't given us thumbs up, if you like our guest, or you like heated gloves, or you like paramotors, or you like to breathe oxygen, please thumbs up. That really helps our metrics. We definitely appreciate you.
And we've got in the chat, John Wayne, Bill H., Travis DuPont, Scott Milner, PPG, the other Nick, Avery Flies, Charlie
Hey.
Walsh, Rick
Hey.
Heffer, Christopher Altmeyer, Eric Von Erich, David Rainey, Jay Proctor, Wade Collins, Just Want to Fly, Bonnie Silban, Franz, Charlie Walsh, Mike Thompson, Sean Hayden, Greg
Oh.
Laney, Para
Charlie's
Ninja.
in there twice.
Is he?
Who
Yeah.
is?
Mr. Charlie Walsh. He's in there
Linda's
twice.
got my back.
Good.
That's what I'm here for,
Thank
Jay.
you, Linda.
That's what
Thank
I'm
you,
here.
Paramom. Mike Thompson, Sean Hayden, Greg Laney. Did I get Para Ninja? Do I have him in there twice? No, I don't think so.
Nope.
And Dan Spillman and City Fly. I guess that's CT Fly,
good.
City Fly.
Oh, hey Stan, how you doing?
Yeah, man.
Oh, you know, Stan?
Good. Looks good. Thank you,
All right.
chatters.
Real quick, guys, if you don't
love
see
my
your name
chatters.
in the if you don't see this name in the spinning wheel of winning things, please say something really quick. Bill H goes rigged. I think this is rigged. Why do we still have the same people over and over again winning stuff? That's awesome.
I don't know. David Rainey says he ain't never won nothing.
What?
So that's what he said. That's what he said.
David
Eric Von
Rainey?
Erich, I want to see you get in the sky, man, because once you get up in the air, you're going to be hooked. I'm just saying.
Definitely. If you have not won anything, David, do me a favor, go over to paramotorarkansas.com, find the stickers, put that into your bag, right? And then use the code WELCOME2022, and you just won free stickers. We'll send them out to you right away. And that goes for everybody. If you haven't signed up over at paramotorarkansas.com, go over there, find the stickers, put them in your cart or your bag. Use
Right.
the code WELCOME2022, and we'll send you out free stickers. Free, I say.
If, I got a question for you, Sean. If
Yeah.
someone, Chris was saying, Christopher Altmeyer, I couldn't find out how to get my prize from last week. Someone
What's up,
help.
Christopher?
How would they go about doing that?
Okay, Christopher, if you didn't get your prize or you didn't go to Paramotor Arkansas, you don't understand how to do it, that's no problem at all. Just text me 501-747-3558, and we will take care of that tomorrow for you. I'll give you a call or text you back and forth, and we'll figure out what's going on and all that fun stuff. And also too, we're still on the learning thing with this Paramotor Arkansas. This is still our soft launch. We're not, we didn't grand open it yet. We're hoping to grand open it right around Christmas. But until then, if anything's weird on it, please let me know. Everybody, you have my phone number, 501-747-3558. And text me, call me, say, hey, I'm over on paramotorarkansas.com and this looks weird, or this isn't working, a broken link. And you guys, if you win something for free and it's in your bag or cart and you pay for shipping, you shouldn't have to pay for shipping. If you did pay for shipping for something free, text me 501-747-3558 and I will give you your shipping money back that you paid for shipping.
Okay.
All right.
Sweet.
Did you get Misty and Scott?
I did. Misty and Scott Molatoris, and I got Michael Jasper.
Awesome.
Welcome.
And that Christopher's on there too?
Christopher Altmeyer? Yes.
Yeah. Okay, good. See ya. All right.
Cool.
Let's go ahead and spin. I don't know what we're going to win yet, but let's go ahead and win something.
Good luck, everybody.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Round and round she goes, where it stops,
Hi,
nobody
Jade.
knows.
Love ya.
Is it going really slow on your side? Is it choppy or is it just me?
No, it's slow.
Is it choppy? Okay.
Yeah, it is kind of choppy. I'm
Okay.
seeing it there.
All right. As long as it's you and not me. I was having problems with my internet, and that's why it took me a minute to get onto there.
I don't know.
Oh,
Eh,
David.
Oh, I think it might be Christopher.
Christopher
Nope.
or
Okay.
Eric? Oh my God!
Congratulations,
Christopher. Did Christopher win last time?
Yeah, yeah. So I guess that's why you didn't send it out. You were just waiting so you could send out
There you go.
Christopher.
this one too. So
Yeah, I think he won the .com last time. All right, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Just get up with me tomorrow. Just text me. Hey, text me. What's my phone number? Anybody who knows my phone number? Say it real quick.
501.
757-3558. That's all.
Close. 501-747-3558. And if you don't have my number in your phone, you better do so. You can text me anytime. All right, guys,
Right.
on with the show.
All
And we're going
right.
to spin again one more time. Congratulations, Christopher. We're going to spin around one more time around the 8 o'clock-ish mark. Will Fly, do you need to leave early today again?
no,
Okay.
no, I'm good.
I forgot to ask David. David, how long do you have with us tonight? Do you have an hour and a half, 2 hours? What do you have?
Oh, however long. I'm not in a hurry.
Okay, so the last one that said that, we did a 6-hour podcast. So
Oh, we'll cut it at 3.
I like you. I like it a lot. You're cool. All right, guys. Did we talk about all 3 of your wings and why you have 3 different wings yet? I know that we talked about your magic at 29, but did we talk about the rest of them?
Oh, I don't know. I got the Roadrunner when I started, just to learn kiting. The wind is not really great here, so
When you say not great here, you're talking about too windy, not enough wind. It's sporadic.
both very sporadic, weird, shifty. It could be a 180-degree switch. It happens all the time. It can
That
be
looks
real
like the
difficult.
magic wing there. It has to be the
Yeah.
magic wing.
Yeah, that's the 29 magic, and you can see on that one I probably ran a good 20 yards or so to get up on that. And that was a good forward powered launch. If you watch that one with the sound on, I'm real proud of my form on that one, and it still takes a minute to get up. But that's
Hey,
the 29
Josh, you
magic.
want to rewind that again so we can watch him from the beginning while he's talking? So tell us really quick as we're watching this, what's going on? How we
Oh
launch?
well, I'm backing up and I'm on the throttle. I'm standing and bracing and holding on the power, and getting ready to hit it. There I start running and I let off the power. Now I'm back on the power and on the brakes and in my run. So that kind of is how it flows through. But when there's no wind, it's a powered forward for me to get that thing up in the air.
You got in your seat really easy that time too, I see.
Yeah, that's maybe flight 300 or so, a little easier than 2 or 3.
Say that suit that you're wearing, that thing's pretty cool. Is that wind resistant?
Yeah, it's just a rain jacket, high visibility rain jacket. I wear it outside of a snowsuit.
Okay.
So it blocks the wind, and then I've got the insulation underneath,
Good idea.
and it's high visibility. I fly out of an airport a lot, and there's a lot of air traffic, so everything is super high visibility.
Do you have a strobe on during the day when you fly?
Not generally during the day. I don't think mine's bright enough that you can really see it, but I do a lot of sunrise flights, and I'll keep it on for those.
Okay, cool. Now you also have a 24-meter wing. What's the 24-meter wing for?
That's the
And what
Dudek
is it?
Report Air. And that is for when it's too windy for me to handle the magic properly, or if it's too windy up high for me to make any kind of progress, that's my fast wing. And it's somebody touched on it in the pre-show, but it's a lot more touchy. I'm a little bit overloaded on it, but it's much easier. I don't know if easier is the right word. It's lighter controls. The magic, I have to really shift over hard and really crank down on that brake in order to get a turn in, versus the report air. It's just 3 inches or so of pull, even in to engage the tip steer, and it just goes right over. So it's a lot more playful, a lot more responsive, and a lot faster. But it's also a massive pain to launch. I got to run a good 60 to 80 yards, depending on the conditions, to get that little 24 meter in the air.
Interesting. So you got the Roadrunner, you got your Magic 29, and your Dudek 24.
Yep.
What do you think about flying the 29 meter opposed to the 24 meter? I know that you got one for the high winds and one for, lower winds. And you just told us the difference as far as like, the Dudek is more carvy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have tip steering, or how do they, what are on your trims?
It does. It's got tip steering, and the 2D is tied in. So I can use either the tip steering independently or the 2D steering on the main brakes.
How about the Magic?
The Magic is extremely, extremely simple. The trimmers are like 3 inches long tops, and the brakes are really, really heavy to pull on. It doesn't do much. It's good for floating around slowly, and checking the scene out. If I want to climb really high, it'll climb really fast. If my ankle's bothering me, it's a nice short run, nice slow landings, that kind of thing. So it's for either when the air's not moving and I don't want to run real hard, or if I'm not feeling good and I don't want to run real hard. If I can get the report air up, if I'm feeling okay physically, then that's what I prefer, just because it's a lot faster.
Wow, so you like the fast wings and not so much the Bodie wings that keep you safe. Who likes the Bodie wings when you can carve up the sky, right? Do you plan on getting rid of the Magic and keeping your Dudek, or you plan on
Probably
keeping
not.
both of them and adding to your arsenal?
Yeah, I'll probably keep both of them forever and end up with another wing as well. When there's no wind and I don't want to run, that Magic is wonderful because I can still fly. When the conditions are right for me to get the report air in the air, I'll pick it. But I'm probably not going to get rid of the Magic. I think I've got 110, 120 hours on that wing alone. So I'm real comfortable on it. If even though I know technically I'm probably safer on the report air just because of the loading as far as collapse resistance and that sort of thing. But I learned on the Magic and I have a lot of time on the Magic. So I just kind of feel safe when I'm under that wing. I know what it's going to do. When I pull on the brake, I know how much to pull. It's not going to surprise me. The report air will still surprise me occasionally if I've got a little more energy than I did last time, and I go to pull a nice turn and bring that wing to the horizon. Sometimes it'll dip a little further than I meant it to, and I've got to bring it back. The Magic is just very, very calm.
Is that like a baklava with ski goggles, or is that a whole face mask type setup?
Is he eating
that's
a baklava? Is he eating baklava up there?
My bad.
Balaclava.
Yeah, that's a balaclava underneath a full face shield with ski goggles. So it's a hard plastic on the outside to keep the wind out, and then a 3-layer balaclava underneath it.
So have you ever eaten baklava and instead of your
I may
baklava?
have. Maybe I'm hungry.
Awesome. I think there's another question in the chat, Will Fly.
Yeah, there is. Scott Milner says, David, I see you're in the Colorado Springs area. There's a lot of military traffic there. How do you account for that when you do your planning?
So the restricted zones are really, really clearly marked out. We've all got apps and there's groups of us that are familiar with the areas and have flown the areas before. So if you don't know where the border is, your buddy knows where the border is. It pops up on all of the apps. It's not difficult. We just kind of tend to stay low around the military airspaces to stay away from the fighter jets and stuff. But it's not really a problem.
You said something earlier. Well, I mean, you're in the Colorado Springs area, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so the elevation there is about 6,000, somewhere thereabouts.
Yeah. 6, 7.
Okay, so and then you said you went to Moab.
Yep.
Which is a couple thousand less than I think it's a little less than Colorado
Yeah. It's
Springs, right?
it's about 4.5 or 5. Yep.
So density altitude's a real thing. I mean, have you been talked to a lot about density altitude and all that? And then the real question is, when you're flying in Colorado Springs and you go to a place like Moab, which at 4,000 feet is high even for most of us, what differences do you notice?
Well, that's the lowest I've ever flown from. And it was so easy. It was amazing. The report air when I'm running 80 yards up here to get it in the air, cut that in half at 4,000 feet or so over at Moab. It was 35, 40 yards. The wing inflates, it goes solid a lot faster versus here it kind of stays loose and floppy. You got to really get in the power early and start running early and get that wing moving in order to get it to fill up. It doesn't go rigid until you've got a little bit of airspeed in it. So I've never gone any lower than that. I'm looking forward to it, but it makes a big difference.
You're going to be like Superman. I mean, when you're going from high to low, that's okay. But when you're going from low to high and you're not used to the altitude, if you don't plan on that, it can really bite you. And you remember Sean at Mountain City.
Yeah, so I'm just replaying all that in my mind. I'm like, crap, I should have had a 35-meter wing and I would have been fine.
But if it has anything to do with air, it's going to be affected by density altitude. That's just the way it is. So it's going to take a longer run. It's going to take more power. Your wing's not going to be as efficient. Just everything.
Well, and I'm watching all of these videos of everybody launching in 2 or 3 steps. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? So I've had friends video me, and I'm leaning back, and I'm working on the posture and getting all of the technique really dialed in. And then I go to show my instructor a video, like, okay, here's what I've got. Why is it taking so damn long? He's like, that's perfect. It's because we're at 7,000 feet. Okay,
yeah, go fly a state that's closer to sea level and see how you like that.
Yeah, like I said, we're over here at only 300 feet above sea level. Come on over here to Arkansas. It's not that far from Colorado.
I might have to come give it a try.
It's going to be, I'm serious, man. You're going to feel like you're a superhero. It's going to be incredible.
Well, then I'm not going to want to come home, though.
Probably.
Yeah, just bring your 24 meter because that's pretty cool. I have 28 meters in all different sizes over here at the school, and you can try different wings. If you try a 28 meter wing over here, you're going to take like 2 steps and be like straight up. It's insane.
Yeah. This video is at a Pueblo Motorsports Park. So we've got several different areas around here where we can fly. It's one thing I really like about the area is I can go 40 minutes north and I can be in Castle Rock Monument. That's the video you saw with all the snow and the forest. This is 40 minutes south of me. In Pueblo, there's a giant reservoir out there. And then this is the dirt bike track where I chop up my propellers, foot dragging next to the dirt bikes. And then east of me is just meadows. It's just flat forever, leading out in towards Kansas.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about your foot dragging, gravel and dirt and stuff. Before we start doing that, though, I noticed that a couple of people in the chat are telling us what their height is above sea level. If you guys can do that, everybody, if you're able to, type in how high you are above sea level. We're about actually 200 and something, but almost 300. So I just say 300, maybe 275, but I just say 300. So type in the chat, what is your ground level that you're sitting at? And David, while they're doing that, tell us about how many props you went through, and for people that haven't flown yet or haven't done any foot dragging, what you need to do so you don't break props.
Well, I've completely destroyed one E-prop and one Helix, 2-blade 130. Here's a nice landing. Completely destroyed those. And then I've got one E-prop that has been blasted with gravel and sand, and then repaired about 3 or 4 times. So that's my designated, I'm going to screw around really low propeller. And I've got one clean 2-blade E-prop that I'm a little more careful with.
Excellent. All right.
There's Stan flying above me in the video there.
I've done one foot drag on a gravel road. I've not done it since. But if you can, because it chipped my prop. But have you considered putting tape on the leading edge of your prop?
I have, yeah. It kind of eats through it. It just depends on the rock that hits it, and it seems kind of random. But you know, it's not too big of a deal to fix the chips in them. And I mean, I know it's probably not good for the motor for them to not be balanced and for things to be vibrating. I don't feel any weird vibration. It hasn't messed with the motor yet. But I've got one prop that's kind of gnarly. That it still flies though. It still gives me thrust, and it hasn't exploded.
As long as it hasn't exploded, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Looks like a lot of people in the super chat have said what their AGL is. Let's see. Bill H said he's about 180 to 200 feet above sea level. Mike Thompson, PPG, says about 600. Jim from Canada A over at carepp.com said about 1750. Misty and Scott says, oh, they're talking about something else. Will Fly says 350 feet. Joshua Marsh says 900. Misty said 5,000 to 7,000. Wow, you guys are really up there.
There you go.
Brian Franz 650. John Wayne 642. I'm telling you, right on the button. He's at 642 limit. Stan Spillman says 6,400. That's really high up there.
Yeah, Stan's with me. He's in Castle Rock. Yeah.
Okay, Stan, what
We fly
size?
together a lot.
What size wing do you use, and how heavy are you?
Oh, he's a little guy.
I just want to fly is 1460. Para Ninja 82. That's pretty cool. I bet 82. I don't think that there's much difference between 82 and where I am at about 300. Travis is at 130. Michael Jasper 476. Jay Proctor is 7260. Holy smokers.
That's my wife talking there. That's our altitude here.
Gotcha. Let's see.
It's funny because if I check my device, it says I'm negative 46 feet.
Well, that's cool. You should have lots of lift. Lawn chair aviation. Dude, I love it. Lawn chair aviation, 5,700. That's the coolest name ever. Bonnie Silly Bon Franz, 682s at the airport. Jay Proctor, Castle Rock is 68. And he also says Pueblo is 4913. Walter Pori from, where's Walter from?
I think Australia.
Is he from tomorrow? I think he's from tomorrow. He says 15 below. I don't know if he's talking about the weather over there or if he's talking about his actual
It's
height
somewhere there.
above sea level. I don't know. Maybe it is. All right. Sounds awesome. Now we are at 8 o'clock. So we're going to be going to the after show in just a moment. We're going to be doing the second and final spinning wheel of anything in just a moment. Any questions for David before we do the spinning wheel of anything? Anything in the
Yeah, I
anything in
got
the super chat or panel?
I got one. How the heck did you get Minty to make that video for you?
I asked him on the group chat. I went, "Hey, I don't know how to make a video. Can somebody help me?" And he went, "Yeah, I'll do it." And then I sent him a bunch of video, and he threw that together for me.
That's
You know,
really
I
awesome.
talked to him and he told me that took him close to 20 hours to make that.
He,
Oh my
he
gosh,
worked hard
Josh,
on
can
it,
you
yeah.
play that real quick while they're talking about that?
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, no, he did real good with that. The way it lines up with the music and everything. It was funny. He was asking what kind of music I like. I'm like, let's go with like a Tony Hawk 1 kind of soundtrack. And that's not what we got, but I like it.
Well, I had to change it because that one would have killed the video on my
Yeah.
channel. So I
Yeah.
so I changed it just a little bit. I put
No,
I put
that's all right.
I put some really good music in it, but that was a really good video. So this what is it, 1 minute ish, 2 minutes?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a
Took
minute and
20
30.
hours. That's insane.
There's my dirt road foot dragon.
So
Moab,
it
Pueblo.
kind of looks like we've seen these already. That's pretty awesome. Josh has
Yeah.
been really on the ball. Also, DP donated $10 in the super chat. He said, "Sorry so late." No problem, buddy. You are our bestie. So you can
Yeah,
come
yeah.
in late anytime you want to, DP.
Thanks,
Matter of fact, DP,
Much love.
DP, do me a favor. Tomorrow, when you get the chance, text me. There's something I want to send you because you've been so nice in sending us donations. I'm going to send you something too, bud.
Yeah.
So give me a text tomorrow. Let me know when you can chat on the phone.
Yeah.
All right. Walter says, "Good day, y'all. Tomorrow is on its way."
That's right.
Excellent. Yeah, that's an awesome video. So thank you for putting that together for David.
They were asking, what's the highest altitude you've flown, David?
About 3,000 AGL from 7,300.
So you hit the 10,000 mark.
Yeah, I don't know if it counts when you start at 7.
It counts. Why not? It still counts as 10,000 above sea level.
Yeah, I mean that's what it is. 10,000 MSL.
And the cool
AGL's another thing.
I'd like to do the top of Pikes Peak. Me and 3 other
Very cool.
buddies out here are aiming at it for this next year, and that's 14 and some change. But I'd like to start at the bottom and either fly over, maybe kick the top, give it a little foot drag. We'll see what conditions are like, but I'd like to at least fly up to the top and then back down.
That would be cool. All right, so looks like we need to do the spinning wheel winning things. Unfortunately, we're going to lose our will fly ppg.com. So let's go ahead and spin that wheel, buddy. And we appreciate you. Will fly always helps us out in the background. So make sure you give them lots of love in the super chat and tell them thank you for doing this and helping you get close to winning that spinning wheel of winning thing. And remember, if you want just some stickers and, you just go over to paramotorarkansas.com, throw the stickers in your bag or your cart, use the code WELCOME2022, and that's good all the way until December 31st of this year. Ready to spin when you are. Is there any new people that we want to say hi to before we spin?
Yeah, shout out to Cliffy V, Lawn Chair Aviator, DP, Jeremy, and of course, Walter Priori from Australia.
Now we know, Walter, if when you win something physical, I'm gonna have to give you something digital.
Yeah. You ready?
Absolutely. Let's spin this thing. So Christopher Altmaier won the first spin. Let's see who wins the second spin. Like I said, Christopher, just text me tomorrow. We will package you up something fun, I'm sure. Lots of fun stuff. Once again, we are live every Monday night at 7 p.m. Central. You can find us at iflyparamotors.com. If you want to listen to us, just go to your favorite podcasting app and search for PPG Grandpa's Paramotor Podcast. Watching it after the fact, go to clearproptv.com. Looks like what? Mike Thompson got it, or is it really, really super slow?
No,
Mike Thompson.
Mike
All right.
Thompson.
Congratulations.
That's a guy that flies with me.
Oh, awesome. So Mike, and Christopher, if you haven't done so already, actually, I think I saw Christopher that's already signed up. Mike, go to paramotorarkansas.com and make a free account, and with your mailing address. So don't forget to put your mailing address on there too when you sign up. And I will send Christopher, I'll send something out to you, and Mike something out to you. You guys, it's not going to be just stickers. It's going to be something really awesome. So congratulations, Mike Thompson, PPG. Definitely, if you haven't done so already, please put my phone number into your phone, 501-747-3558. If you haven't received something that you feel like you need to or should have, please text me. I don't want you guys, to feel like, man, I won something, but I never get it. Please text me. I will hook you up. Trust me. I'm a good hooker upper. I will hook you up with some prizes. So Will Fly, thank you so much for helping us out in the background. You do so much for the sport. You can always find them over at willflyppg.com. Have you did anything with your paramotor justthetip.com thing?
Nope, not yet. Still in the works. I mean, you know what 20 minutes get you. I mean, no, you know what 20 hours get you? Get you a 1 minute video. So
Oh,
these
true.
things take time.
So
Can we-
true. Well,
Can we do the thumbnail real quick?
oh yes, let's do a thumbnail real quick. Now, you guys, if you want to come on here and be part of the panel, all you have to do is get up with Linda Anderson. Just go to paramomusa.com. That forwards over to her Facebook page and say, I don't want to be a guest, but I want to be on the panel.
I
And
wanna
that's
be on the
perfectly fine.
thumbnail.
That's
I
fine.
wanna
And then you
on
can be in the thumbnail.
thumbnail.
All right, thumbnail, whenever you're ready, Will.
1, 2, 3. We got it.
Sweetness.
Thank you, Will. You're awesome.
Brian says, make sure to post video when you do the Pikes Peak thing. I guess it'll be on Facebook.
Yeah, if I make it up there, it'll be on there.
Yep. And if I ever do the bikini shot thing, I'll make sure I put it on there too.
Oh, Lordy.
Yep.
Holy
I'm serious.
moly.
That would be an awesome centerfold, John.
You know what?
buy that?
We might have to do that. And I see that Walter says money is easy to send, Sean. Okay, yeah, I'll just. You know what? It'd be cheaper to send them $20 than to anything else I do. So.
I'm scared now.
All right, Will Fly, thank you so much, buddy. We
Thank
appreciate
you all.
You bet.
Anybody else need to leave? We're a little bit after 8 o'clock. We still are doing our after show. Josh Marsh, you got to go.
Yep, I'm heading out. I got early work in the morning.
Oh man, but we definitely appreciate you, Josh.
Thank you, Joshua.
Josh
Thanks,
takes.
Josh.
He
Yeah, I
takes
got to
care
roll
of us
too.
in the
This is one of
background.
the few nights I do got to roll, but it's been fun. Good meeting you, David, and
Yeah.
stay safe out there.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Josh takes care of us in the background. He plays videos. He also has his very own page on Paramotor Arkansas. So if you want to check it out, go to ppgjosh.com and see what he has. It's pretty interesting. Plus, I think he has a discount on some wings there. So check that out. So thank you very much, Josh, for everything you do. And maybe Santa will bring you a new video card to help us out even more on the show.
Sounds good.
All right. Thank you so much, Josh. We appreciate
Hi,
you.
Joshua.
All right,
Thank
y'all have a
you.
good one.
I also got Scuba Steve. Unfortunately, Steve has to go. He definitely helps out in the background, chats. He talks with me, throughout the week and stuff to give me ideas on what we can do. So, Scuba Steve, thank you so much for everything you do, and we'll catch you next week. Yes.
Oh, yes, sir. I'll be around. All right.
Awesome.
Y'all have a good one.
See you,
Bye.
Steve.
One Scuba Steve.
Sean, I got a question, Sean.
Yeah.
Did you see me in the event calendar that Eric Lear put out for I'm like representing Torchport?
No. Did you send me that in
Yeah,
text?
it's in the guest chat
When did you send that?
today.
Today? Oh,
Uh-huh.
I had
Yeah,
students.
you go through the calendar and then you go to Torchport, and there I am.
I hate that. I mean, I love
So excited.
I love teaching, but I have no time whatsoever
Sure
to,
you
to
For
do.
social media, yeah.
go through social media. So I'm looking through the guest
Will
chat.
saw it. Will like my shoes.
So is it a
Those
picture?
shoes are cool.
Is
My
it a
shoes,
pi-
my cool-
is it a
my cool
picture?
penny. Yeah,
Here's a picture.
All right. Got to scroll
you
up.
gotta scroll down. You got and then go to Torch and you'll see me on there.
I'm scrolling up. I'm
Look for the
scrolling up.
red shoes.
I don't see it. I'm scrolling up. I'm to last week's show. Now we've got to scroll down. I don't see it. I don't
Cause
see
I
it.
send
It's
it
a
to
link.
guest
Oh,
chat.
it's in the events page for the fly-ins.
I don't see it on our chat. So you might want to tag me on that again. I don't see it, and or send me the link on the events.
All right, I'll email it.
Email it.
I mean, I'll send it to you.
Sounds good at cheese.
I
Good
mean, or
at cheese.
whatever. Yeah, I'm like a celebrity now. Well,
Girl,
ever
you've
since I
always
got
been a
on this
celebrity.
show, I started to be a celebrity, and now I just now I'll be taking autographs soon.
You can do what?
I'll be taking autographs
Oh, take.
on the event calendar.
Yep.
Yes.
You are. Hey, and also Jim too. So, when's the next time that we're going to be able to upload pictures for your next calendar? How are we going to do that, and where's that going to be? And I'm sorry, Linda, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
No,
We'll
go ahead.
probably start that in January.
okay. So how are we going to do that? We're going to keep it open for a month and then vote for a month, or how are we going to do that as far as uploading your pictures or anybody's pictures?
Well, I was just gonna leave it open for people to upload, and then come November or something like that, we could vote on all the pictures.
So you're saying that we're going to open up in January, upload all year round, and then November vote?
That's what I was thinking, yep.
What do you guys think in the super chat? Let me know. Do you want to have a calendar every quarter that we can upload videos and make a new calendar every quarter? Or do you want to upload for an entire year and only have 1 year? What do you guys think in the panel?
Well, I'd like to see what,
Kind of like the year idea.
yeah,
What's
me
that?
too.
I kind of like the year idea. It keeps it real special. And
Okay. What do you guys think out there in podcast land? Look at you.
I love it. Yes, I have to give kudos to my photographer, Leslie. Yes, my beastie. That's so fun. I was so surprised when I saw that on
Looks
there.
like you had lots of wind there. Your hair was just blowing
Yeah,
back.
it was. Yeah, that was fun.
So
Yeah,
Thomas,
we're driving down the road. I was just like, we gotta stop. We gotta do a picture with Torch in front of the Torch port sign. And I still do it. So, you have to update it every year, right?
gotcha. Well, it looks like Will said yearly, Jim says yearly, and Tommy Sutherland in the super chat thirded it for yearly. So can we vote throughout the year? So as we're uploading, can we vote as they go up, or do we just have to wait until November to vote? Because a year's worth of pictures going up, that's a lot of pictures. Yes.
Well, there's it seems that there's a lot of people who are uploading pictures that are just not suitable. They're not like Stephen Minty unsuitable. They're just
That's
not the right
exactly what I was
dimension.
thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking when you said they weren't suitable. Minty posted his bikini picture while he's flying. But he has the best grin, the best smile ever, right? So,
Oh, and that's going to get voted on. We're going to leave that one there.
If it wins, it wins, right?
if it wins, it
There you
wins.
go.
Okay,
That's
so
But I mean, the pixel, some of them are really pixely. They're very poor
Okay.
quality pictures, which I would prefer to avoid unless
Right.
it's a spectacular picture. And then some of them are really, really tall. So for me to be able to fill up the width of the page,
mhm.
I have to zoom in, which they'll become pixely.
So you're saying that people are taking pictures like this instead of pictures like this?
Right.
Okay, so when you guys take pictures, do it this way and take some good pictures to put in the
Yep.
in the calendar. Hey, unless
That's
we
a good
can do
idea.
a sideways calendar.
Ooh.
Have
there-
never seen a
Oh,
never
hey,
seen a
that's
sideways
different.
calendar. Hmm.
How would you hang it?
Yeah, that's just what I was
Sideways,
thinking.
I don't know.
You gotta
Maybe
put
that's
two
why we haven't
nails.
seen any sideways calendars. I don't know.
It
So
does do better pictures when you do put the camera sideways. Because when I did all my walks by the,
oh
you
yeah,
know, at the lake, I started doing that, and wow, what a difference!
yeah,
Yeah,
It's better
Well,
to
and even if they're upright, even if they're in the portrait mode, you can zoom into a particular area and still get a really nice photo. You just can't get it all.
right. Yeah.
And it also becomes pixely too. So there's a little bit of problems.
that's
So
good. Yeah, good advice.
as far as uploading, how about we upload videos like come January? We have all of month to upload January, and then February, let's vote on those, and then open up again the next month and vote the next month. That way we have groups of pictures that everybody will be able to vote on come November for the calendar.
I like that idea. That's
Yeah,
a cool
that
idea.
sounds
That way,
reasonable.
come November, we don't have 5 million pictures to vote on because people are just going to go through and go, oh, there's too much. And we probably won't get any votes on it.
Yeah, I like that idea. That's a really good idea.
Okay, so every other month we'll have it open to upload. Every other month we'll have it open to vote. And then we'll just bring the good voted ones over. And how many are we going to keep every month that we're voting on? Do you want the top 10?
Well, we'll play it by ear.
The right ear or the
the
left
left.
ear?
The
And
left.
how do you play a
It's all in
piano?
the
I can't
details.
play a piano or anything with my ears.
Perhaps because the voting is going to be limited, perhaps not, like we won't get a full, maybe everybody will vote on the same picture.
Okay. So you guys that are still watching, and how many people do we still have watching? Anybody? Or is everybody gone now?
28 people, 25 people watching, 30
Okay.
thumbs up.
Wow, thank you guys. Appreciate you. Once again, if you want some free stickers, go over to paramotorarkansas.com, get the stickers, put them in your bag, and pay for them by using the code WELCOME2022. You shouldn't have to pay any money for shipping. If something does pop up for shipping, please text me and let me know. That should not be paid. You should be able to get free stuff. If you had to pay for it in the past, do me a favor, just text me 501-747-3558. Let me know that you purchased and it made you pay a fee to send it out, and I'll reimburse you. That should not have happened.
John, can you give
There's-
Chris that phone number again?
The
That
one
was
that
me.
was-
I tried to call you on it so I could show the
You
phone
did.
number.
You
Yeah,
did.
that was me.
I saw you call me. I'm like,
Christopher was asking for your phone number again.
one more time. All right, I'm just
Okay,
gonna
Christopher, are you still there listening? Write it down.
actually let's just put it in the super chat real quick. That way everybody has it, and then
There you
anybody
go.
watching this in the future can go, oh, That's how I get up with him, so I can text him some weird stuff.
Yeah, I
Steve,
can say, for anyone who's not or who's new to the paramotor community, you will soon find that everybody has stickers and you're going to be getting a lot of stickers. So the deal is you put them on your vehicle or on your trailer or on a board, preferably not your front windshield because you won't be able to see out of it before long. But yeah, that's just the deal. And it's a way we kind of get back to the community and represent each other. And yeah, it's a win-win for everyone. And there's some really cool stickers out there.
there is, and we're trying to get more and more cool stickers. My guy that does stickers and stuff that actually creates the actual images is on vacation right now, / I'm moving, so he's not available. But once he is available, we're going to be sending Jim a bunch of new designs to make stickers for us. Plus, we want Jim to send me a bunch of his stickers. So when I send out stickers, I can send out Jim's stickers. How about that? Hey, if you guys have stickers that you want me to send out, when I send out stickers, please send me stickers and I will
Stickers.
send them out. So just text
Yeah.
me at 501, that's Arkansas, 747, that's Little Rock, 3558, that's me. All right.
What that means, don't you, Sean?
Everybody's going to send me stickers?
No.
And I'm not going to send them out?
It means that you need another website, sendmestickers.com. I think it's available.
What? Sendmestickers.com? How about that? Oh, speaking about stickers, Will Fly. We had somebody a couple of shows ago that won Will Fly's stickers. We've never heard from you. If you won Will Fly stickers, please get up with me, 501-747-3558. Text me or email me at ppggrandpa@gmail.com. Let me know that you won Will Fly stickers so I can get Will your information. Or Will, just send me a bunch of your stickers and I'll send them out too.
Right on, man.
Excelente. Excelente. David, my goodness, we went through an hour and a half of chatting with you. It's been nonstop fun.
Fun.
My dogs are barking in the background now. You jerk, stop that. Did you tell us about your training, where you trained, how you liked it?
Yeah, Colorado Paramotor. It was awesome. No complaints. It was about 4 hours from me, and it was very open as far as the format and the schedule. A lot of you guys learn in looks like 7 or 10 days. I took a couple of months, about 9 weeks, just going 2-3 times a week, driving up there and working in the mornings and then through noon, maybe a little after, on kiting and training. But it took me a couple of months to actually get good enough at handling the wing, confident enough in the equipment to actually make my first launch.
Now, it took you 4 hours to get to your training field or to the place that you train with.
Yep.
Anybody that's still out there in the super chat, how far did you have to drive or go for your training? Was it still in your state? Was it just down the road, or did you have to drive 4 hours? Did you have to fly to a different state? Let us know in the super chat. If you're listening to this on your favorite podcasting app, I am still curious. We get over 5,000 downloads and listens throughout the week from our podcast here. So you guys listening, you definitely, I want you guys to be able to talk with us. So you can always go over to paramotorarkansas.com, use the contact me, just get me directly on email by going to ppggrandpa@gmail.com or text me at, you guys should have this in your head, 501-747-3558. It really is my phone number. It's mine. And I'll text you back. Just remember to text me who you are. Anything else before we head on out or go into our after show? Any questions in the super chat? Any questions on the panel? Misty and Scott said 1.5 hours they had to go. Avery Flies was about an hour and a half. Lawn Chair Aviation drove 1,800 miles for training. That's crazy. Shane from Never Trust a Skinny Chef, Shane, or ppgshane.com, said in my state, 2 hours away, stayed the 12 days for training. Holy smokes. David Rainey said 12 hours away. Holy smokes. That's
Yeah.
crazy. You guys go a long way to go to a training place. Did it wear you out, David, when you had to go for 4 hours, or did you stay there, or did you go back and you said you went back and forth throughout the week?
Yeah, it was pretty exhausting. I'd get up 4 hours before sunrise and drive up
Wow.
there to be there at sunrise, and work until sunset, and do the 4 hour drive home, crash, and go do that a couple of times a week.
Yeah, don't say
Yeah.
crash when we're talking about paramotors, though.
Yeah, and then just kiting in between. When I wasn't going up there to go train, I'd pull out the Roadrunner and go flip it over on the leading edge every once in a while, but just playing with it.
Hey, Jay Proctor says, I've been waiting to fly PPG since I was probably 10 years old, and I'm still waiting to learn. I have to have a trike because of disability. Jay Proctor,
Yeah.
it's well worth it.
Yeah, that's my wife. We're gonna get her up. It's gonna require a little bit of equipment. I've been looking at like the Sky Cart design for her. It looks like you can it uses more of a steering wheel and less of a top down toggle manipulation like we're used to. I think that's going to be a good fit for her. So we're probably going to go with something like that.
Well, especially up there. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you're not using one card.
Yeah, you know what? That might be something to think about. If you're up at 7,000 feet, a trike might be able to take a lot of weight off your knees and back for that long run, especially in nil wind. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Stan Spillman, I didn't see that you had to drive an hour. That was the last one I think I saw. Yeah, so trike
Bonnie's
is
going to
nice.
be traveling 804 miles to attend training in April.
Really, Bonnie, where are you going to train? I'm curious. For 804 miles, that trainer must be an amazing trainer to drive that far. You kind of see where this is going, though, right, guys?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably going to Arkansas.
Probably going to Arkansas with this grandpa guy. I don't know. But yeah, so you guys really went a lot. And what was it? In David Rainey said in 2014, not much available. You guys
That's
are
true.
living in a really good time. The technology for wings is amazing. Matter of fact, had the students try. We got 2 new wings in for the school. We got an F3 and we got a hybrid wing. So it's a hybrid skin wing. They were able to pop it up with almost nil wind. It was amazing. What was I going to say? I forgot. My dog's barking in the back. Can you hear my dogs, or does that cancel out with my microphone? You can hear it?
I hear.
Ah,
hear.
That's all right.
dogs, stop it. Dogs. All right. So,
So David,
Yeah.
what's your favorite place to fly?
Probably out here near the airport. Nobody bothers me. I don't have to worry about leaving the LZ. It's very, very stress free. And then the meadows out there. If you have a motor out, you could probably close your eyes and land and be just fine. There's nothing out there for miles and miles. So it's just a very safe, very forgiving area. And usually pretty good wind coming off of the flatlands. So easy launches, easy landings, no rotor. The other areas around here get more technical. either you're around cliffs or mountains or over woods, and I like the open meadow where I just don't even have to worry about it.
Yeah, you have, given your altitude as well, you have quite a bit more complicated takeoff procedure just to start with.
Yeah, that long run is a bit of a pain in the butt. There are a couple of places out here where I can launch it. I've made it work, but you basically have to inflate, hop over a ditch, get on the power, kind of kite jump, hop over another ditch, pull the brakes a little bit, run some more, and then launch and take off.
Pretty much have to run to your destination, it sounds like.
Darn near, yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's
I guarantee you are a better pilot for that. I mean,
Uh-huh.
because that takes some skill. That's more kiting, more taxing, more everything. So kudos to you, dude. I don't think I'd have the stamina, quite honestly, to launch at that altitude.
It took a lot of work. I lost 40 pounds just running back and forth across the sod farm, trying to learn how to do it. It's a lot easier now that I know how to do it, and I've got the technique dialed in a little bit better, but it's still a workout, definitely.
Yeah.
If you're ever in Arkansas, let me know. We can go out flying. Like I said, I got all the gear you need. So if you just come out here and you're like, oh, I don't have any gear, but I'm in Arkansas. Yo, Sean, you know my number.
Will do.
I think what I was going to say as far as the technology with wings, right? So we got 2019 wings all the way up until we just got the new 2020s in, or 22s in, and the my students that are sometimes older than me and younger than me, they would be working with the 2019 wings, which are great wings. And it takes them a while, and they're kind of tore up because, they go up and they land on the leading edge and stuff like that. And then once they're good, I say, okay, let's try a new wing. We open it up out of the package. It smells nice and fresh and crispy. And they go like this, shake it up a little bit, and they go, poof, it just goes up and nil freaking wind. Like, this is too easy. And Eric Von Erich, he's one of my students here. He goes, I don't want to use this anymore. I'm like, why? What's wrong? He goes, no, it's too easy. I need to learn. Let's go back to the 2019 wing, the Roadster 3. So it's actually funny that the students want to go back to a harder wing so they feel like they're actually learning something instead of the new wings that just pop up and are like, they do everything. I mean, you can close your eyes, pull it like this, and it'll just come up perfectly. They're amazing. So when you guys shop for wings, look for the newer ones. The older ones, just like the 2019, the new 2022s, and the 223s are coming out too. The technology is just so different. I can't imagine back in, what was it, 2014? I can't see where they were, but David Rainey said 2014, not much available. I can't imagine the difference from what David had back then. It's probably like an Afghan with rope compared to the stuff that we have now that's just so light, it just pops up. It's cheating. We also want to say hello to Jonah Mornin. Jonah Mornin is listening to our audio only, streaming live over on Podbean. So thank you very much for joining us and listening to our podcast. You can always find our live show by going over to iflyparamotors.com or go to ppggrandpa.com and check it out every Monday night at 7 p.m. Central. Any other question or anything else that we need to talk about or wrap up before we say goodbye to everybody and go to our private after show?
I've got a question about the elevation, because when you take off around here, generally you go up to about 3,500, and then you're supposed to really think about switching to MSL or sea level. And so how do you do that?
I just use AGL wherever I'm at. Because Pueblo, 40 minutes south of me, is at 5,000 feet. and my normal LZ that's 15 minutes from me is 7+. So I just track AGL.
And how long would it take you to go from 7,000 to 3,000 AGL?
I don't know. I don't think I've timed it. Maybe 15 minutes, maybe, but I don't know.
Because I know it takes a lot longer to get up. For me, anyway, I can get up to 6,000 within like half an hour. And that's like 5,000 feet. But that last 3,000 or 4,000 feet up there, that takes like 30 minutes, 45 minutes.
Okay.
Way slower climb.
Yeah. I feel, again, I don't really have a point of reference because I always fly here. But I feel like I've got a good climb rate for the most part. I haven't noticed it slowing or lagging as I go higher. At least not yet.
Yeah,
I'll let you know when I aim for Pikes Peak.
There you go. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't think you would really notice it in 3,000 because there wouldn't be much of a variation.
Yeah.
But if you were going to 17, you would notice it the last 3 going up. But well, that's interesting. And when are you thinking of doing Pikes Peak?
Probably in the summer. Springtime is not good around here for mornings. You get thunderstorm every morning, and a lot of afternoons rolling off of the mountains. So springtime's not great. Summer is going to be when it's going to be warm enough to go that high, and and the conditions should be right for it. Probably an afternoon flight, launch when it's a little bumpy and things are starting to calm down, and go from there.
That sounds cool. Sounds like fun.
Bonnie Sullivan Fran said, what's the highest elevation everyone's flown? I'm not sure if you're asking what elevation we've taken off at that's high, like over in Colorado where it's 7,000 feet above sea level, or taking off and flying at a different altitude. I've only flown, I only did my mile, so 5,250-ish, whatever a mile is. I've flown that, and it was so cold. It was middle of summer. I mean, it was 110 degrees on the ground. I got to a mile, and I'm like shivering. I'm like, this is it. I'm not going to go any higher than that.
I think the Buena Vista fly-in that we did, we were launching right around 9,000.
Oh, you're launching at 9,000? That's interesting. Now, okay, so here's a question for you. So airspace starts at ground level and it follows the terrain, right? So if you're up at 9,000 feet, MSL on the ground, that's 0 AGL. So you could go up to what, 18,000 feet from there, and you'd be actually 20, almost 30,000 feet above sea level. Is that right? Is that what I'm thinking? Or
Airspace, it uses AGL parts when you're talking about Class E, Class G, and it goes up to 14,500. But the other airspaces like Class C, those are Class B, Class A. Those are MSL altitudes.
So A is above E. So, and that starts at flight level 180.
180.
So because A is starting at flight level 180, which is 18,000 feet, then MSL, then we still wouldn't be able to take off from a 7,000 foot and still go up 18,000 feet because we would be in A altitude or A airspace.
Correct.
Well,
yeah, that sounds right.
You could take off at 7,000 feet and you could go up to 17,999 feet.
MSL. But
Yes.
not AGL.
No, not AGL.
Okay.
Correct.
So there is a limit, there is a ceiling at 18,000 feet, period, across all of the United States. No matter where you're taking off from, you still can only go up to 18,000 feet MSL.
Yep.
The highest I've launched from would be Mountain City. That's about 3,000 feet. And the highest AGL I've gone is 6,200 or so.
Okay. The highest I've launched was over at the Moonshiners Bowl. And how high were we there? 4,000 or 5,000 feet, Will?
3,000 feet at Moonshiners.
Yeah, that sucked horribly. I can't imagine 6,000.
I couldn't either.
Highest I've flown above ground level where we are, and it's about 300 feet MSL. I flew up to a mile, which is 5,200 and something, whatever that is, AGL. So,
Well,
that's why-
you notice a big difference going from up 2,000 feet. Can you imagine him, David, going up 2,000 feet from 7,000,
no.
9,000,
Mm-mm.
and then trying to take off there? Because, jeepers. I
Well,
would think that it's even.
I guess I need to get myself a big tandem wing, so when I do go to Colorado and hang out with David Proctor or go over to Moonshiners again or what have you, I got a wing that can do something like that. Plus, I had full tanks, so I couldn't get off the ground at Moonshiners for the life of me, because I always fly over here with 5 gallons, and 5 gallons of gas is about 30 pounds. So I always do that because I wanted to be able to feel what it feels like to pack myself down, because I wanted to
This one
do the Icarus.
longer.
You got to go, David? Are you in trouble?
No, my battery is dying, and I'm trying to get my daughter to grab the right cable for me.
Well, we can go. I know that we're already at an hour and 40 minutes of chatting. Oh, Walter said, how did they fly at Mount Everest?
There's a whole documentary on that, and they had oxygen tanks with them. I think they had to have turbos, and they had a lot of different equipment in order to accomplish that.
I can't imagine climbing Mount Everest, or let alone flying around it. But I tell you what, we have that mountain over here, Pinnacle Mountain. I used to, walk up it and hike it all the time. It's only 1,000 feet MSL, and we're 300 feet, so it's about 700 feet tall from AGL. It's not that bad, but it takes a couple hours to climb. Now I just launched down there by it, go up and buzz around it. I'm like, hey, this is so much easier than hiking. So I do like flying because it's so much easier than hiking. Yeah, Shane said Mountain City was a pain to foot launch from. It was 50-50 for me, super hard. Yeah, I agree, dude. That was rough. My dogs even said, dude, that's rough. All right. So anyway, guys, any other questions for David before we go to our private chat?
No, I'll say it was a pleasure, David. Thanks for coming on the show, man. I really enjoyed it.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, it was very
Thank you, David.
informative. Thank you.
Yeah, had a blast as always. David, you're more than welcome to be on the panel if you want to, every Monday night, 7
Yeah.
p.m. Join us
Fun.
here every Monday night at 7 p.m. Central at ClearProp TV. Want to listen to us, go over to paratalk.org or search for PPG Grandpa's Paramotor Podcast on your favorite podcasting app. We're also on Amazon Music, Audible. You can search for us on Amazon and our podcast comes up. We are everywhere. It's so awesome. So let's go ahead and say goodbye to everybody so we can go and jump on
Thanks,
the
everybody.
private podcast. So if you want to jump on the after show, you're more than welcome to. Let's go ahead and say goodbye to Jim from Canada A, the one that has the maple syrup smelling money, the one that's going to hook us up with the awesome ppgcalendar.com. Tell us a little about Care Printing and Publishing and how we can get our own personal stickers made by you with a code that you can get for 10% off.
Just give me a call, 306-946-4027, extension pick an extension. You'll get a hold of one of us and we'll help you out, get you some stickers. And the voting is on. It's finally working. Oh,
Awesome.
man, we've had nothing but troubles trying to get this vote to work. So now you don't have to register to vote for these calendars.
So how do we upload a picture for the calendar, and how do we vote on the calendars?
Well, you go to ppgcalendar.com and you can go to the voting page. You can't upload any pictures at the moment. That's pretty much, well, you could upload pictures, but they won't be included in this year's calendar.
Okay, and then come January, we're opening up the uploading for all of January, and then February, all month, we're going to vote, and then we're going to have new upload in next month, March, right? Upload in March, and then April we'll vote. So we'll do that for the next calendar, and maybe if Jim goes, holy smokes, we have hundreds and hundreds of pictures, let's go ahead and make different calendars every quarter. And if we do that, we probably need to do some pre-sales. Would you guys be up to pre-sales or prepaying for a calendar? If you are, let us know in the super chat. Text me at 501-747-3558. Let me know, or just email me at ppggrandpa.com.
Okay.
Anything else, Jim?
That's everything.
All right, sounds awesome. Thank you so much for everything you do, Jim. You are official sponsor for PPG Grandpa's Paramotor podcast. We appreciate you. Will Fly, I thought you were going to be gone, but you're still here. We always appreciate you hanging out with us, man.
Hanging out with you guys.
You're awesome. So Will Fly over at willflyppg.com. He has an amazing YouTube channel. Lots of really good information. His videos are incredible. Thousands of views each time that he uploads. He's the next Tucker Gott. Will Fly, tell us a little bit about your channel and how we get there and what this paramotortip.com thing that we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks is going to be about.
Yeah, it's just, as I fly, I've been flying for 3 years. And as I come up with little tips and tricks that have helped me out, I share them in a video format. Some corny humor along with some education. That's kind of my MO. But yeah, check it out. YouTube. Just search for Will Fly or go to willflyppg.com.
Sweet. So I also want to say a shout out real quick to DP. Last week and this week, he's donated $10 in the super chat, and that goes to disabled veterans, so we can get disabled veterans in the air as quickly as we can. All right. So let me go over here.
I want to talk to you about that later too.
What's that?
I said I like that. I want to talk to you about that later too.
Excellent. And I know I have never told you what my phone number is, but tomorrow, David, if you get the chance, please text me. The number is 501-747-3558. No, 501-747-3558. Just text me, damn it. And I give my phone number out all the time. Guess how many people text me a week? Maybe one? Who wants to
I
text
texted you this week. That counts.
That was the one.
Oh, that was the one.
That was the one, and you're just sending me the thumbnails for the next ones. That's awesome. So we definitely appreciate you. Thank you for all you do. Will Fly, he also makes those really good thumbnails that you see for the guests and for the show. So thank you very much for doing that. He is the bomb, man. I tell you what, we need to send you thumbnail information, and you can make it for $20 an hour, and you can make yourself $20 probably in a month.
Yeah, man. And I can get a 10% discount if I mention, what was that code again?
Yeah, Jim, what's that code?
I love that.
He's
I'm
Take it
muted.
away,
PPG
Jim.
Grandpa.
That's awesome. Yeah, Will Fly, you guys have always helped me out. So I really appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. I would not be able to do this without you guys. Jim, with all the stuff that you do up there with your Care Printing and Publishing at Care PP, Will Fly, all the stuff that you do in the background that people don't see. I try to let people know all the stuff that you do. Go to willflyppg.com, subscribe to his YouTube channel, go to careppg.com, subscribe to Jim's. Go to Paramom USA and tell her how beautiful she looks with that cowboy hat.
That's it. There you go. There you
Yeah,
go.
Linda, man,
Know
you
it.
rock. If it weren't for
Know
you,
it.
we wouldn't have a show. We wouldn't have guests.
I'm saying she's booked us all the way into almost what, January, February of next year?
Yeah, and I just booked somebody as we were, oh, you guys were all chatting.
We're chatting and she's booking people. Okay, Paramom USA, Linda Anderson, you are amazing. David, who is that cute little person you
It
have?
is
in front of you?
cute.
This
Hi.
is Jacob. Say hi, Jacob.
Jacob,
Hi, Jacob. How are you,
Yeah,
handsome?
TV.
Look at
You wanted to come down here?
I see you. You
Yeah.
are a cutie patootie.
oh yeah, we got a show coming up tomorrow too, Sean.
We got a show tomorrow. Tell us about that show tomorrow. real
That's what
quick.
Walter Priori says. He says Three Amigos Tuesday, be there. So yeah,
Or
tomorrow night,
be there.
8 p.m. Eastern time. Come check us out on YouTube. It is Paramotor Hangout with Shane and Mark McElroy and myself. We talk a little paramotors and a little bit of everything. So yeah, come hang
Yeah,
with us.
yeah.
Absolutely. That's ppgshane.com. It forwards over to his YouTube channel. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and that bell notification. So when Shane posts some cool stuff and his crazy shenanigans, or when he's ready to do a show, you are notified.
Yeah.
Excelente. All right. We also have on Wednesday, we have Just Want to Fly with Jade. So make sure you go to paramotorgirl.com on Wednesday. Then Thursday, let's see, there's a
Thursday.
famous guy
Thursday.
who
I
does
love
something
Thursdays.
on Thursday, and he has a really awesome mom.
Uh-huh.
Tell
Yeah.
us,
She's
yeah,
really
tell us-
nice. I
yeah,
met her
the mom is
before.
amazing. The kid's
Yes.
amazing. It's been flying for a long time. Tell us about it, Linda.
We're talking about paraglidingtalk.com with my son, Robert Michael, every Thursday night. Y'all get on board, jump in the chat. All my chatters in chatter room. We always have a good time on Thursdays. There's always some shenanigans going on. And then we got Sean doing the spinny winny wheel every Thursday. So if you want to win something, you got to be in the chat. Super fun. There you go.
So
Paramount
Sean does a
just
spinning
has
wheel
it
on
whacked.
Thursday. I don't think that's me. I don't do a spinning
The
wheel.
other Sean, spelled
Other
differently.
Sean.
Oh, are we
Sean
talking
NASCAR.
about NASCAR? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
yeah.
that he does the spinning wheel over there.
Oh, yeah. Well, oh boy. You've been living under a rock, haven't you? I knew
I've been living out of the field.
knew
Remember, I
it.
don't get out of here until sunset.
Sean would be
so-
like, excuse me. Yeah, he's the spinny winny king on Thursdays. And
Too
then
many
on Mondays,
Seans.
Will Fly's the spinny winny king. So,
Yeah, too many Seans. We need to stop the Sean thing. But
Right,
you
so
know,
cool.
it's full of motivation and dedication. Absolutely. All right. David Proctor, our guest today, has been absolutely amazing, and he's
Yes.
still hanging with us after 2 hours. I don't know why, but apparently we're okay to hang out
I
with
think
on
he likes
Mondays.
us. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
so. You like Grandpa. Oh, you like Grandpa. So thank you, David, very much. We definitely appreciate you. You are the bomb diggity dog. Absolutely. Please,
PPG dog. I like that.
bomb diggity dog. Please join us and be part of the panel every Monday night. You're more than welcome to, buddy.
Awesome. Thank you
David.
for having me.
Absolutely. Any words of wisdom or anything else before we head on out from any of the panel or our amazing guest?
No exposed skin when you're flying and it's under 20 degrees.
Unless you have some warm gloves and you're in a bikini, right?
Yeah.
I guess that would be, I guess I was thinking the only time that you have too much fuel is when you're on fire. Well,
I believe that's on Sean.
Hey,
Sean, that's on your bucket list.
That
That's
sounds
what it is.
like
You're not
something
fooling us.
Confucius would say. When on fire, do not have gas on you, or something like that. Oh my God. I
Good.
love Monday nights. I learn stuff all the time. Every time that I go out to the field, a student will say something or something will click and it'll be like, oh, that'd be perfect for me to use next time or for the future. We talk over here on the panel and do this podcast, and I always learn something that's interesting and neat. And nailing down that, you know what, you can't go higher than 18,000 feet. Even if you go out to Colorado and it's already 7,000 feet, you can't go up 18,000 more feet. There's a ceiling. So that's pretty cool. Anything else that's cool that we may have learned that we wanted to keep in our arsenal for future use? When you go to Colorado and you're a young man that's 100 and how much would you say, 175 pounds, a 29-meter wing works great.
Yeah.
And Jim up in Canada, he only blew what, 2 holes in his pistons? That's it, just 2?
yeah,
How many flights are you up to, bud?
still 175. I haven't got it
Awesome.
put back together yet.
175, man. You better hurry up because David Proctor's kicking your butt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not about the number of flights. It kind of seems that way when you're first starting out, but really it's about,
I can't wait for Jim to say, I don't know how many flights, but I got 300-hour maintenances under my belt.
I really don't think that's going to happen because up here you have to keep track of your flight log. Well, you don't have to, but it's the same as general aviation. So you've got a pilot license you have to maintain, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I come from a pilot background, so I always log every single flight. Just my nature, I guess.
Well, in order for us to maintain our license, we have to fly multiple times a year, and we have to meet certain qualifications in order to maintain our license.
Wow. That's interesting. I did not, once again, you'll learn something new every day. I did not know that. In Canada, where your money smells like maple syrup. On that note, I'm going to say farewell to everybody. You guys stay here. We're going to go to a short after show, just talking about things that we need to talk about privately.
Thanks,
Only panel stuff. So you guys won't know about what we're talking about unless you join us. Ooh. So anyways, thank you very much, David Proctor, for being our guest tonight. Will Fly, thank you for everything you do in the background, including the spinning wheel winning things. Jim, thank you for everything you do over at Care Printing and Publishing. Linda, I don't know what I would do without you, since you have us guest booked until January, February, March already of next year. You guys, if you want to be on the show, or if you just want to be on the panel and you don't want to be a guest, that's fine too, because I know that some people that don't want to be a guest, but they want to be on the panel. That's perfectly fine. Just get up with Linda Anderson.
Yep.
That's all for me. You can find me at ppggrandpa.com. Go to my main channel, which is iflyparamotors.com, and we are going to be posting a lot of props on ppgprops.com, and all of our props should be under $300, and that's with free shipping. They're not up there right now, but keep that in mind. Hopefully by next week that will be up there. David Proctor, you're the man. Thank you very much. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Don't forget tomorrow, paramotorgirl.com. I'm sorry, ppgshane.com tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Paramotor Girl on Wednesday, Paragliding Talk on Thursday, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday is open. If you guys want to do a podcast, get up with me. Let me know. You can use my system and podcast if you want to. Have a great evening. Peace.
Bye.
That's the audio that stopped. We're still video here. Oh no, see, David just coughed while we're still on the video, but we're going to end that in just a second. So goodbye, everybody that's watching us on live